We begin with the race for Senate. The Associated Press is projecting Trump-backed Republican Hung Cao. He defeated 4 challengers to become the Republican nominee who will take on Virginia Senator Tim Kaine. It was a landslide victory for the retired Navy veteran who took a large portion of cities and counties with at least 50% of the vote in many of them. Another big race that we're tracking, the 5th Congressional District. State Senator John McGuire claiming the nomination in the Republican primary last night, but as of right now, there are only around 300 votes separating him and incumbent Representative Bob Good. It may not be until Friday when the race is officially called, once provisional and mail-in ballots are counted. In a statement, Bob Good said that his campaign would be watching the vote carefully, adding, quote, "The entire D.C. swamp was aligned against us with over $10 million in attack ads. But with your help, we were able to make this race too close to call." Meantime, McGuire took to social media to say, quote, "There are still a few votes left to count, but it's clear that all paths end with a victory." McGuire attributing his win partly to an endorsement from former President Donald Trump, who backed McGuire in the primary race after Good endorsed Florida Governor Ron DeSantis early in the presidential race. The winner of that race will take on the winner of the 5th District Democratic primary, and right now that's projected to be Gloria Witt, who captured more than 50% of the vote. We also had some local city council primaries. The top 3 Democrats will advance in Roanoke, meaning Faison Nash, Terry McGuire, and Benjamin Woods will be on the ballot for the 3 seats open this November. The 4th person on that ballot, Jamal Jackson, announced that he was withdrawing from the race earlier this month, though he still received a small percentage of the vote. In Lynchburg, 2 Republicans battled it out over the chance to be on the ballot for the Hill City's 4th Ward. As of right now, it appears Vice Mayor Chris Feraldi has won by just a handful of votes. And it's important to note that in the races with close margins, there are still ballots that need to be counted, making some races too early to call. Because today is Juneteenth, votes will not be counted. We can expect the final call at the end of the week. But to stay up to date with all of the votes coming in, you can download our WFXR News app to get alerts sent straight to your phone. Turning now to the race for president, new polling shows President Joe Biden has made some significant gains with independent voters ahead of his first debate with former President Donald Trump. Both candidates traded jabs over immigration at events yesterday. Connor Hansen has more on the latest developments.
A recent poll shows President Biden and former President Trump tied at 49% among all registered voters. President Biden did overcome a 12-point deficit with independent voters since May, now holding a slight lead with the key voting bloc. The numbers come just about a week before Trump and Biden debate for the first time this year in Atlanta.
Joe Biden is humiliating our country on the world stage. He's actually humiliating us.
At a campaign rally in Wisconsin, Trump took the opportunity to go after Biden on key issues like the economy and immigration. Meanwhile, the president criticized Trump at an event at the White House where he announced protection for undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens.
When he says immigrants, and his words are poison the blood of the country. When he calls immigrants, in his words, animals, he's actually saying these things out loud. And it's outrageous.
The same poll shows the majority of voters view Trump as stronger on the issue of immigration. The White House has also been pushing back on the criticism from the right about Biden's age, claiming they've been manipulating videos.
I think there is so much misinformation, disinformation, as we've been talking about. We've been calling it cheap fakes.
To reach voters in battleground states, the Biden campaign is spending around $50 million on new ads focusing on Donald Trump's new status as a convicted felon. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.